Hello, thank you for watching this video. So in this video we're doing question 6 of May, June 2022, question paper mathematics paper 2. And the topic is trigonometric principles still, right? So I'm going to read question 6 statement and then answer the question. So let's go. 6.1, they are saying, without using a calculator, simplify the following expression to a single trigonometric term. So they want us to simplify this without the use of a calculator, right? No problem. So how do we go about this? So if you see numbers like these, you want to write these numbers as acute angles. What are acute angles? Acute angles are these ones. These are angles that are more than 0 but less than 90 degrees. So this one is already an acute angle because it is more than 90 degrees but less than, it is more than 0 degrees but less than 90 degrees. So this one is an acute angle. So there's nothing much that you can do there. So you can say, okay, sine 10 degrees over. So what we have there is 440 degrees, right? So it's not an acute angle. It's even outside the 360 range, right? It's bigger than 360 because we started from 0 up to 360. So you can see that this one here is more than 360. So what do? Let's just subtract 360 on it, right? Let's just subtract 360 up until it falls back on this interval. So what we'll have, it will be cos of 440 degrees, and then on that 440 degrees we separate 360 degrees plus what you have, a tangent of 360 minus. So if your theta is an acute angle, where is your 360 minus? 360 minus is on the fourth quadrant. You can see there it is. Then the next question that you ask yourself, what sign is tan there? Tan on the fourth quadrant, only cos sign of those angles that are there are positive, which is any other function, your tangents, your sines, they will be less than 0. So which means on the fourth quadrant, your tan is negative. So what you have, if you plus negative, the tangent of theta times sine 2 theta. What is sine 2 theta? Sine 2 theta is a double angle. You know that sine 2 theta is equal to, or you know sine 2a is equal to 2 sine A times cos A. If your angle is A, of course. But in this case, our angle is theta. So this will be times 2 sine theta cos theta. Because that's a double angle, is it? You should be knowing it. So in this case, what is your 440 minus 360? So you have sine of 10 degrees over what? Over cosine of 80 degrees. That's the answer, right? Minus tangent of theta times 2 sine theta cos theta, right? No problem. So, or maybe we can just multiply all three of this times this. So if you multiply all three of them, let me clean the board a bit and multiply so that we don't have a lot of steps. So if you multiply this negative tan theta plus this, so it will be minus 2 tan theta cos theta sine theta, right? No problem. So what you see here, you see your sine 10 degrees over cosine of 80 degrees. So this is what you need to remember as well. If your x and y, these two angles, they add up to 90 degrees, then the sine of angle x is equal to the cosine of angle y. And vice versa, which is the cosine of angle x is equal to the sine of angle y. That's what you need to keep in mind. So these two things are equal if the two angles, which is this number here and that number, they add up to 90 degrees. So if you come back to this, you see the sine and the cos, and when you add these two, they add up to what? They add up to 90 degrees, right? So which means, in that case, if maybe you divide by this cos x here and divide by cos x over there, you can see that you're left with 1 here. So the ratio between these two is 1, because you can see that these are equal because those two angles, when you add them, they add up to 90 degrees. So you have 1 minus 2. What is your tan? You know your tan is equal to sine theta over cos theta times cos theta times sine theta. So this and that will go away. So what you'll be left with, 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. You should be familiar with this because you know very well that if you have cosine of 2a is equal to what? It's equal to cos squared a minus sine squared a. That's the first identity. The second one is 2 cos squared a minus 1. And the third one is 1 minus 2 sine squared a. So what you have there is this. So which means if you want to write this in a single trigonometric term, it should be cos 2 theta. So this is cos sine of 2 theta. That's it. We're done with this one. We're going to go to 6.2. So for 6. Okay, so now we're doing 6.2. At 6.2, we are given that sine of 60 degrees plus 2x plus sine of 60 degrees minus 2x. That's what we're given. We're given this part only, the left-hand side, right? So that's saying calculate the value of k if sine of 60 degrees plus 2x plus sine of 60 degrees minus 2x is equal to k sine 2x, k cos 2x actually. They're saying that they wanted to find the value of k if this left-hand side is equal to the right-hand side, right? No problem. So they want us to find the value of k. So what we need to do, we need to maybe work with the left-hand side and try to make it look like the right-hand side. Maybe there will be a resemblance between the two sides, right? So in that case, you have sine, right, of 60 degrees, right, plus 2x. What is this? This part only. You know that if you have a sine of a plus b, it's going to be sine a, cos b plus sine b cos a. These are your compound angle expansions, right? You know these identities. And you have, if you have sine a minus b, it's going to be sine a times cos b, right? Minus sine b times cos a. So in this case, if we expand this according to the first identity, which is this identity over here, it's going to be sine of what? It's going to be sine of 60 degrees times cosine of 2x plus sine of 2x times cosine of 60 degrees, right? No problem. If you go to the second one, which is sine of 68 degrees plus minus 2x, it's going to be similar to this one but with a negative there. So it's going to be sine 60 degrees cos 2x minus sine 2x times cosine of 60 degrees. Right? So in that case, now you can see that we added these two. So let's add this and this. So you have sine of 60 degrees plus 2x plus sine 60 degrees minus 2x. The answer will be what? It will be this plus this, which is you have your sine 60 degrees. Oh, you're saying sine 60 degrees cos 2x plus sine 60 degrees cos x. So there's two of these things. Because this and this are the same. So you have 2 sine 60 degrees times cos 2x, right? It is that, right? No problem. And if you add these two, this and this, you can see that these two will cancel out because they are the same but with different signs, so they cancel out. So which means you're getting that this is equal to this, right? No problem. Now the question becomes, what is this? You know that if you simplify this, which is this is your sine, 60 degrees plus 2x times sine or plus sine 60 degrees minus 2x, right? If you add the, if you simplify this, it should be 2 times, this is a special angle, which is root 2, or maybe not root 2, root 3 over 2 times cosine of 2x. So which means this is root 3 cosine of 2x. So we have simplified that this is equal to that, right? Which is your sine of 60 degrees plus 2x plus sine of 60 degrees minus 2x. So if you add these two, you get that. So if they are saying the sum of these two is equal to that, you can see that the k should be the root 3 and the cos 2x is that one. Therefore, your k cos 2x is equal to root 3 cos 2x, right? So this is equal to this. Therefore, your k should be equal to square root of 3. That's what I can say. Because we simplified this so that it looks like that, and it came out to be root 3 cos 2x. So which means if that is k, your k should be root 3. And we're done with this one. Okay, so now we're doing 6.2.2. They are saying if cos x is equal to the square root of t, right? Without using a calculator, determine the value of tangent of 60 degrees times sine of 60 degrees plus 2x plus sine of 60 degrees minus 2x. So they have given us that cosine of x is equal to this, right? So they want us to find the value of this without using a calculator. So we know that 60 is a special angle, right? So the tangent of 60, let's do this. So this is 2, this is 1, this is root 3, this is 60, this is 30, right? No problem. So, okay, so what is the tangent of 60? The tangent of 60 is equal to the opposite side over the adjacent side. So it's going to be root 3 over 1, right? Times this. What is this? We already calculated this to be what? We already calculated this over here, and it came out to be so it was this one here. So it came out to be root 3 cos 2x, right? Because this, we simplified it to become this. So in the place of this big thing, we can just put that root 3 cos 2x. So it will be root 3 cos 2x, right? So what do we do? Multiply out. This time this will be root 3 cos 2x. And you know your cos 2x can be equal to this or that. But because we're given this cost of something, so this will work better over here. So we can say, okay, this should be 3, because if you multiply these two, the answer is 3. So you have 3 times that, which is your 2 cos squared x minus 1, right? So 3 into 2 cos squared, right? You know what cos is. Cos is the square root of t squared minus 1, right? So you have 3 times 2t minus 1. So the answer to this, which is the answer to whatever that they asked you, is equal to what? It's equal to, we can say, therefore, our tangent of 60 degrees times the sine of 60 plus 2x plus sine of 60 minus 2x. This will be equal to what? It will be 6t minus 3. There you go. Looks like this is our final answer. And we are done with this question. And I hope it does make sense to you as it does to me. Thank you for watching. Cheers.